Developing good communication skills is essential in all walks of life and different situations. Relationships rely on good communication to survive and strengthen. How you live among your neighbors requires good communication. In your work, doing well in school or college, and dealing with difficult people are just one of the ways excellent communication skills can help in life. Most of us have to deal with difficult people at some stage in our life, so it is essential that we know how to deal with them effectively, to get the best outcome. If we are faced with difficulties as a common part of our day-to-day life, it will gradually have an effect on your life. You will become nervous, anxious, and stressed. The easiest solution is to eliminate the difficulty from your life. However, this is impossible if the problem lies with a coworker or a loved one. If this is the case, then you have to develop strategies to help you develop healthier communication between you and them. Here are some tips to help. 1. Where possible, avoid getting into any personal discussion, such as religion or politics. Basically, avoid any subject that can easily cause conflict. If you sense the other person is trying to goad you into a discussion that will probably lead to an argument, then change the subject, or leave the room. 2. Trying to change the difficult person you are dealing with will only result in them becoming defensive. It will eventually turn into a power struggle, and make the person even more difficult to deal with. 3. Try changing how you respond or see the other person. If the person is treating you unacceptably, then draw boundaries that they cannot cross. 4. Try to see the other's point of view, and don't just stick with what you have in mind. Talk over the ins and outs and explain simply and fully why you don't think their idea is a good one, while making suggestions of your own, but don't be too quick to dismiss the other's idea until you have the full picture. Remember that you are not always right. 5. Don't always put all the blame on the other. Sometimes we handle conflicts by blaming things entirely on the other and criticizing. Try to analyze the situation objectively to find a solution. 6. Focus on the positive aspects of the other person. This can be especially helpful if the person is a family member. 7. Learn to recognize when you need to put a distance between you and the other person, and act on it when the time comes. 8. When you feel negative interactions, try not to blame either one of you for them. 9. Accept the person for who they are, good or bad. 10. If comes to the worst, then just being polite could be the best you can hope for with certain people. Sometimes people just don't get on, no matter what. These are just a few of the ways which you can use in your daily life when faced with difficult people. While they won't change the person, they can make life and the person involved a lot easier to deal with. Along with developing healthier communication skills, you should also practice ways of distressing, particularly if you are confronted by facing and dealing with difficult people, who you cannot avoid on a daily basis.